Tonight with Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
No place I'd rather be than Twin Peaks, ladies and gentlemen. 29 degrees. Actually, it's at 27.7 degrees right now. These ice-cold cocktails. A couple of ladies just sat down right next to us. One of them has got one of those 22-ounces, and I'm going to tell you something right now. I am jealous. There's no other way to say it. I don't know if anything can compete with an ice-cold 22-ounce draft beer. And if you come here to Twin Peaks and say hello on Atlantic and Kernan, you can get a $4.50 22-ounce dirty blonde, a naughty brunette, neither of the two which I've ever tried, I'll admit, a Twin Peaks IPA, and a Twin Peaks Light. Okay, you can get that $6 Jaegers, $6 classic martinis, half-price wine by the glass, and, of course, $10 Philly cheesesteak and fries. Come on by, say hello. Why wouldn't you? The Jaguars are playing some great football. It's a phenomenal time of the year with the holidays upon us. We're going to rock tonight up until 8 o'clock. Mac Finks is here. Dylan Denmark is back in the studios, those plush studios, right off of Bowden Road. And, hey, we'll be excited to get back there tomorrow and Friday. But tonight, we are here at Twin Peaks, and there's a lot going on. I'll get to the Jaguars in a moment, but I will say this. They're getting healthy. The injury report today was incredibly positive. Not one DMP. Couple of limiteds with Walker Little and Parker Washington for the most part. Full participation. Again, we'll get there momentarily, but we got to go to Michigan. It's a big story. It's a shock in the college football world throughout that community. Sharon Moore fired today because of cause. And what is such a surprise here is this. Well, first of all, what's not a surprise is an affair with someone in the building. That stuff happens all the time. It happens at the workplace. Now, I thought football-wise that only happened down here. You know, I was thinking Bama, I was thinking Auburn, I was thinking Arkansas, I was thinking, Jeremy Pruitt at Florida State got all pissed at me. Remember, he threatened to sue the radio station when I said that Jeremy Pruitt's fiance at the time said, hey, get out of here. We're leaving Tallahassee. We're going to Georgia. And if not, I'm leaving you, because Pruitt was sleeping with everyone in Tallahassee, and he got all pissed at me, so he threatened to sue 1010XL. But as soon as we knew that it was all the truth, story just went away. With Sharon Moore, what is shocking is Michigan coming right out and saying it is illegal to have a, tryst with someone in the department. They are so incredibly elaborate here, and it's very surprising to me. Typically, it would just be for cause. And then the investigative reporters would get after it. Something would leak here, something would leak there. You would form your own opinion, and it would carry on and carry on and carry on. Not this one. It's over. It's been released. The only thing that people, I guess, are waiting on is who. Who was it, right? And until we know, and I'm sure the Michigan people have a pretty good understanding, all right? Once the guy's gone, everyone's going to talk. If it became that public and that knowledgeable for them to investigate, I'm sure this took place for the last couple of weeks, month, I don't know how long, and they came up today with a decision to part ways with Sharon Moore. And what's so frightening about this, man, he's only 39, okay? Just went 9-3. He coached 2 years. He has 3 years remaining in his contract that would have paid him $12.3 million. He gets zip. He gets zilch. He gets nada because of an affair because of a relationship with someone in the staff or on the staff. Amazing, amazing to me. This is not the first time that this has happened. It will not be the last time that it happens. As a matter of fact, I'm sure there are some coaches all across the landscape, whether it's high school, college, maybe even in the pro circuit, that are thinking, why did I do it? Why did I do it? Why did I do it? This isn't a waiter and a waitress here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the head coach of Michigan, and it cost him at the age of 39. And I feel bad. I do. I like Sharon Moore. I think he's done a nice job. The question now, where does Michigan go? They got to make a splash. And in a year where you got a lot of blue bloods, and if not blue bloods, a lot of big-name games that have gone through transactions and coaching changes, what is next for Michigan? We'll dive into that in just a little bit. One name that's being mentioned a little bit, I have a couple of Michigan buddies, and I've been talking to a few of them. Jesse Minter, the former Michigan defensive coordinator in 2022 and 2023. He is currently the defensive coordinator for the Chargers, right? Went along there with Jim Harbaugh, okay? A name was thrown my way that made a lot of sense, and I'm going to add another name to that, okay? John Harbaugh was just thrown to me. It kind of feels like, now, first of all, I wouldn't mess with John Harbaugh. I'd leave him where he is, but is that starting to sour just a tiny bit in Baltimore? I'm going to throw Mike Tomlin on this list. Now, what I think would happen, honestly, with Mike Tomlin, you know, they booed him 2 weeks ago. They turn around. They won this past week. They're in first place in a very winnable AFC North. Kind of under the impression that, you know, the Steelers are so loyal. As we know, their entire lifetime, they've had 3 coaches, man. You've had Chuck Noll, who won 4 Super Bowls, Bill Cowher, who won a Super Bowl, and Mike Tomlin, who won a Super Bowl. And even though Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers have not been able to win a playoff game in forever, I think loyalty will remain the case there. But we saw a week ago how there is an opt-out out of that contract for both Pittsburgh and for Mike himself personally. Kind of feel like if he was let go, he'd spend a year out and recharge the batteries, and then I have to believe that NFL teams would line up to bring in Mike Tomlin in a year. But what about Michigan for a guy like Mike Tomlin? I just think that they would make a run here at a big name. I'm sure that there is going to be those who are close to Michigan that are going to start to pop out some names. We'll see. We'll keep our eyes and ears on it. But I'm going to throw those 3 out right now. Again, I got Jesse Minter from a buddy of mine, Adam. He also mentioned John Harbaugh. I'm going to start and throw out Mike Tomlin. So, fired for cause. And some people are upset with my Norvell comment. For crying out loud, I was kidding. All right, I was kidding about the cause deal. And don't tell me he's a good guy. He's not a good guy. Okay? He's anything but a good guy. He held Florida State hostage for 36 hours and created a fake rumor with Jimmy Sexton about the Alabama job. Good guys don't do that. Good guys don't go underground for 36 years so they can get paid. So don't waste my time telling me that he's a good guy. And even if he is slightly an average guy, he sucks as a coach. So end of story. And I'm almost sorry now that I kind of apologized to some of you out there that I offended in this cancel culture. Mike Norvell cannot coach. All right? And again, don't waste my time with that stuff. Every time you tell me he's a good guy, I'm going to say, well, then why did he become invisible for 36 years? Why did he go after a guy like Mike Arnold, who can't handle anything as the acting athletic director? And again, it's completely handicapped my alma mater for who knows? Another 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, 15. How many knows? I mean, who knows how many years? I may never breathe again. Well, I can say that Florida State is actually a winning program, okay? Not a championship program, but a winning program. You want to add in on that, you can. 641-1010 text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. Also on YouTube tonight, 1010XL into the night. Max, I feel like I need one of those 22-ounce ice-cold beers right now. For crying out loud, we're only 10 minutes into the show.
I think it's about time.
It is
You're
about
getting a little
time.
worked up, but hey.
Have you ever had one of these? Have you ever had a Dirty Blonde before?
Not the beer.
Only to $4.50 if you'd like one. How about a Naughty Brunette?
Sounds like a good time.
Only $4.50. Can we and take this for what it's worth? Can we send Mike Norvell a Dirty Blonde and a Naughty Brunette? It only cost me $9. Can we send it?
Let's get it on the way.
All right, let's do that. I don't know if there's a Twin Peaks in Tallahassee. I tell you where I know there's a Twin Peaks because I really got deep into it a few 6-7 weeks ago. That was Houston on a Saturday. I happened to watch Florida State get pounded by Clemson, and really the only way I could get over that was to just pour cocktail after cocktail down my throat. Nice Twin Peaks there in Houston. We're at the Twin Peaks here in Jacksonville, and we invite you to come on by. We're going to have a huge time up until 8 o'clock. All right, here's what's scheduled. Gerald Ingram at 6:33, John Osher at 7. And, you know, I'm just looking at this, and it's almost scary, okay? And what I mean by scary is I can't think of a way to pick New York here. No matter which way you slice this thing up, it just spills out Jacksonville. They're a 12.5-point favorite. The total is 41.5. Word out of New York/New Jersey today from head coach Aaron Glenn. All right, Tyrod Taylor didn't practice with his groin injury. Justin Fields, who was inactive a week ago with a knee, did not practice. It's Brady Cook taking first-team snaps for the New York Jets. Here in Jacksonville, it's getting better and better and better and better, okay? This football team is getting healthy. And, you know, I just marvel over the fact that this team was not only able to plug in guys and sustain, but they flourished. Guys that they have plugged in, all of a sudden are playing so well, you wonder, are you going to be able to take that position away from them? As a matter of fact, one of the questions I'm going to ask Gerald Ingram when he joins us here, Gerald Ingram is a Michigan man. For those of you who do not know, he played for Bo Schembechler. So this would be kind of a 2-for-1. I hope he's aware of the fact that Sherrone Moore was just fired, but I'll certainly ask Gerald Ingram what he thinks Michigan does need to do. And, you know, one of the questions I'm going to ask is Walker Little. Now, Walker Little today, with his concussion, was limited, but how do you take Cole Van Lannon out of this lineup? Look at what this guy has done. He's been the third tackle and or tight end in the jumbo package, depending on how you label it. He got a start for Ezra Cleveland at left guard. He got 2 starts at Anton Harrison at right tackle. He got a start at Patrick McCarry at right guard. And in that game, Walker Little went out with an injury. He went from right guard to left tackle, where he got a start last week. We know that Wyatt Milam got those snaps in at the right guard position. And his grades have been phenomenal, according to Pro Football Focus. But more importantly, it's the eye test, right? It's those who don't need analytics. It's those who don't need the data. It's just those who watch the game will tell you, Cole Van Lannon, my goodness, has he played some solid football. So, I mean, this is always a difficult decision to make. And whenever you get deep into this, I hate to be that guy. But typically it plays itself out because of you know why, right? Someone goes down. And that's usually the way things are. But this football team has been just spectacular with that. The return with Jarian Jones, the return of Buster Brown. I mean, a guy like Tim Patrick, what he did last week with Diami Brown watching, it's been a lot of fun to watch. I don't think anyone would argue with that. Okay. That's what we have scheduled here over the next couple of hours. Tonight's show is always brought to you by Schmunez Vision. I got 20/20, and you know what? I'm a happy man that I have 20/20. There's certain places you want 20/20. Twin Peaks is one of those places where you do want to have 20/20 vision. And that's exactly what I have right now. Want to take off my cap and tip it to the good folks over at Shmunez Vision, who are offering you up an unbelievable opportunity as we head towards the holidays. Man, I can't think of a better present than sending someone over to Shmunez and getting them lined up perhaps for laser eye surgery. You're talking about more than 37 years worth of experience with Dr. Catherine Shmunez, Dr. Neil Shmunez, and Dr. John Hunt. Check them out online. Just go to Shmunez Vision. You can also go to Instagram, get all the testimonials as well at Shmunez Vision. All right, when we come back, we'll check in with our buddy Dylan Denmark, see what's going on back at the station. All right, we'll do that. Let's look at this injury report. And I got a couple of questions tonight that I think you Jaguar fans are going to be pretty interested in. As a matter of fact, I think you're going to be pretty motivated about what I am asking you, and I'm really fired up to do it. That is coming up in just a little bit. If you're in the hood, come on by and say hello. I mean, look at these beers, $4.50, man. Dirty Blondes, Naughty Brunettes, Twin Peaks IPAs, Twin Peaks Lights, only $4.50 plus $10 Philly cheesesteaks and fries. It is good each and every Wednesday. Great to have you with us. My name is Rick Ballou. We call this Into the Night.
1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
When it comes to my opinion, I love dropping the hammer. I'm Hayes Carlion. Listen for Hammer Time with Hayes weekdays on The Frangie Show.
Hammer Time with Hayes, driven by Kia on Atlantic. Check us out at KiaOnAtlantic.com.
Need your weekly fix for Mexican street food? One Night Taco Stand has Jacksonville covered. Mondays, any burrito, just $7.99 with a soft drink purchase. On Taco Tuesday, enjoy any taco for just $3.49. And on Wednesdays, kids 12 and under eat for just $2. Perfect for the whole family. Find One Night Taco Stand in Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter Amber, and she's been telling you how much weight she's dropped with Awaken 180. It's hard to believe. Even in football season, even when she hangs out with her friends, and even when she tailgates and does all that stuff, she's still losing weight. You can even drink alcohol. Can you believe that? Well, Awaken 180 shows you how to swap calories, not flavor. You have to be disciplined, but they make it easy. Amber and I talk about this all the time. She can't believe how easy it is, and she's so excited about it. But what I will tell you is it's really working. I see how excited she is. I see the look on her face. I see how her self-esteem has changed and her confidence. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened with my daughter, and it means that much to me. Now, Awaken 180 programs are reimbursable with your HSA or FSA, and those HSA dollars expire December 31st. Don't leave money on the table. Call Awaken 180 today and kickstart your transformation before the new year. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or go to awaken180weightloss.com.
Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and thank you to all the members and contractors for their continued support and partnership. Together, they've helped build a stronger foundation for Jacksonville since 1901. Enjoy spending time with your friends and families this holiday season. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Local 234, make the right connection. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What's happening, beautiful people? It's your main man, E to the T here. And cool air, open trails, and that perfect Florida winter sunshine, woo! It's the season to get outside and explore Clay County. From Christmas parades and hometown festivals to holiday markets and local theater shows, holiday magic is lighting up every corner of Clay County. Get outside, get moving, and get active. Come see everything happening this season at exploreclay.com. That's exploreclay.com.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
At Trinity Christian Academy, students excel in academics, grow in faith, and lead with purpose. Students excel in the classroom and on the field. TCA Athletics has won 14 state championships, and 30 athletes have gone pro. Families choose TCA for strong academics, biblical teaching, and a community that partners with parents every step of the way. Seats in K3 through 12th grades are filling fast, so apply now at tcajax.org. tcajax.org.
San Jose Collision is hiring for an automotive detailer and porter. If you're detail-oriented, dependable, and love working with cars, apply in person at San Jose Collision in Mandarin. Valid driver's license required.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Ice cold draft beer, Twin Peaks. This is what it's all about. Jaguars, the playoff hunt, well underway. Trevor Lawrence, a taped up ankle today, officially listed as limited. Okay, and I listened to Cohen today. I just read the transcripts of the press conference involved with Trevor Lawrence. So there was no knowledge of this pre-practice. What I don't know at this exact moment, and I'm trying to find out, is did this happen on Sunday? Or did this happen during practice today and they put him on the injury report after? Again, he's officially listed as limited participation. Gerald Ingram's going to join me here at 6:33, and he's a Michigan man. I just went back and forth with him on Sharon Moore. He says he's talking to plenty of Michigan contacts right now. But John Osher, who joins me at 7, if I don't have the answer prior to that, I'm pretty sure Osher, being inside the Miller Electric Center and being there full time, is going to have that information for us. And then in return, we'll share that with you. But how do I want to say this? One individual doesn't appear to be serious, if that makes any sense. Okay, typically the old rule of journalism is you check with 2 people until you say anything. Well, journalism is dead. It is gone. And I'm not going out on a limb here saying that Trevor Lawrence is going to play this weekend. I don't know the significance of what is happening. But from one individual, what I got was it's not that serious. So I will keep you updated. In the meantime, I'll tell you that tonight's show is brought to you by Alexander Law Practice. Rick Alexander has been AV rated since 2004 by Martindale-Hubbell. It's the gold standard for any lawyer. Less than 10% actually achieve this, according to the peer review ratings. And, if you've been injured, I saw it on the way over here today, man, there's such awful driving. Carelessness, right? I mean, people just don't care about the person next to them. You almost have to be a defensive driver these days. And if you've been injured, your car's totaled. Okay, you're up against it. You may be all alone. You're not. You need to make a phone call today to the Alexander Law Firm. 400-6600. It's a free consultation. And they're going to look at your case, and then you start to fire questions like, I can't afford to pay for my car. You'll never come out of pocket. You may have a car getting fixed tomorrow. You may have a rental car. In the meantime, if it's medical, same situation, regardless of what the issue is, this is what you call about and talk to Rick Alexander about. And he's going to be involved in each and every one of his cases. As a matter of fact, you're going to get a call immediately back as well. So take advantage of that. 400-6600, or go to alexanderlawpractice.com. All right, so the Trevor Lawrence situation is new. and it is something that we will certainly talk about throughout the continuation of our program. Now, 3 Jaguars today were full. Again, it was a good day considering there was no one on this list who did not practice. And let's see here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. They're down to 11 guys, so still double figures, but the overall list is smaller than it has been over the last couple of weeks. Full participation today for Eric Armstead with the hand. He was kind of eased in. I want to say he only played 16 plays last week for the Jaguars. I mean, they're getting some really good play out of Danny Strigow. You're getting more out of Dennis Gardeck. You also look at what Matt Dickerson has done. Matt Dickerson gave the Jaguars 32 snaps on Sunday. Mason Smith, 32 snaps on Sunday. This is incredible. Honestly, just to see the effort and the production that they're getting from their entire roster. Yeah, that is the case. Eric Armstead, only 16 snaps on his return to the Jaguars lineup this past Sunday in their dominant victory over Indianapolis. Also full today was Jarian Jones with the neck. That is good. And full today, this is really good news, Trayvon Walker with the knee. There had been a couple of DMPs for him last week, at least one on Wednesday, and then some limited, but he is a full participant, so the Jaguars get good news there as they continue to work their way back to 100%. And again, many would say no one is 100% this time of year. Okay, limited. Ezra Cleveland with the shoulder, limited today. B.J. Green, limited today with the knee. We've talked about Trevor Lawrence now, the ankle, limited today for the Jaguars. Walker Little, the concussion protocol, limited today. Quentin Morris, the ankle, limited today. Parker Washington with the hip was limited today. It's an interesting one, I think, for everyone concerned. If he's healthy, he plays. If he wants to play, he plays. But do you hold him out another week? Do you get him ready for Denver? I mean, it's easy for me to sit here and say it. And I don't sweat with these guys, bleed with these guys each and every day. I'm sure Parker Washington is saying, I've had a hell of a year, and I want a good second contract. If I can play, put me in there. I'm the punt returner. I've been solid as a wide receiver. So, again, it's easy for me to say it, but I'm sure Parker Washington, if he can go, has a totally different opinion on that. Dewey, Andrew Wingard as well with the concussion, limited today for the Jaguars. Still in Denmark, what's going back in our beautiful studios there at Bowden Road?
It is dark and it is quiet because no one's here, which is a great thing. It's just me and a monitor and just listening to you, Rick.
All right, so no one's around, and that could be a good thing, depending on how you look at it. Again, we'll be back in studio both Thursday night and Friday night, 6 to 8. All right, coming up next, let's bring in Gerald Ingram. Let's bring in a man you hear on the fifth quarter. He is a former running backs coach with Tom Coughlin here in Jacksonville. Also went with Tom Coughlin to the New York Giants. Won a couple of Super Bowl rings there. He's also a Michigan man. Big news. If you're joining us for the first time, Sharon Moore fired today because of cause at Michigan. Ton of rumors that are circling that. And what about the Michigan administration just coming right out and talking about, I don't know how they worded it, illegal, whatever it was with a staff member. I mean, we can all figure out exactly what it is. But to me, that's rare. You very rarely see anything like that in a termination letter. That's what Michigan did today. So they're moving right along. And I think that when I first heard it, let me tell you this. When I first heard the firing, I was like, uh-oh. There's going to be backlash here. He was 9-3, and he got fired after 2 years. And then all of a sudden you see the cause, and it erases that thought. You're like, okay, there is a valid reason. And I wonder if that's the primary reason why Michigan put it out there, so it would eliminate people thinking like I thought originally when I heard that he was fired. I don't know. Something to think about. Best way to join us, 641-1010 on the text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. Also on YouTube tonight, 1010XL into the night.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Look, I was recently talking with Patrick and the team at Apex Roofing and Contracting, and even in a tough economic year, they wanted me to say thank you. Guys, Apex is locally owned, and they truly appreciate every homeowner and business owner who trusts them with roof repairs, replacements, or construction projects this year. So from the entire Apex crew and from me, happy holidays to all of our listeners, customers, and clients. And remember, for quality work from a team that cares about our community, that's ApexRoofingFL.com.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
The holidays are here, and before you hit the road, make sure your car is ready. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, you'll get an expert oil change in 15 minutes with no appointment, and you never leave your car. Stop by any of their convenient Jacksonville locations and let the pros get you holiday travel ready. With a 4.7 national customer rating and ranked #1 quick lube in America by Forbes, Valvoline gives you quick, trusted service when it matters most. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Drive in today and travel with confidence this holiday season.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
The Golf Club of Southampton has big plans for 2026, renewing the greens plus plenty more. But right now's the time to take advantage of member opportunities before the big renovation. Now until the end of December, you can join and save $1,500 off their initiation fee plus $500 back in a gift card with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Playability for every skill level and a huge practice area to hone your game. Lock in now and enjoy membership privileges at the Golf Club of Southampton.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, we're at Twin Peaks. My goodness, what a good time this is. A lot of Jaguar fans making their way in, and why wouldn't you? with $4.50 dirty blondes and naughty brunettes, 22 ounces, plus Twin Peaks, IPAs, and lights. Get a Philly cheesesteak and fries for only $10. Come on by, say hello. We're here until 8 o'clock. Let's bring in Gerald Ingram. You hear him all the time here on both our stations, including during the fifth quarter. He played his college ball at Michigan, running backs coach here in Jacksonville. Also went with Tom Coughlin in New York, won a couple of Super Bowl rings with the Giants. Gerald, always a lot of fun. How are you?
Oh, it's halfway good evening. You know, you're only about a mile away from me. I love Twin Peaks. Love the chicken sandwich, and the drink specials are phenomenal. So I would have showed up there. We could have just sat there and just talked.
I wish I knew that. I would have rung you up and have you sit here with me because we're having a good time. But let's begin with the bad, get to the good. The story rolling in with Sharon Moore caught me off guard. Were you aware of any of this, Gerald? And what's your reaction to this second-year coach being terminated?
No, it's a sad day. You know, it's a shame because I had a lot of respect for the man and what he's done there. I was just there for a reunion about 4 weeks ago. It was 1981 Rose Bowl team reunion. You know, we won Bowl's first Rose Bowl, and we had a great time. I went through the staff, and I know some of the staff members, played with him. One of the guys, the best man at my wedding, and awesome facilities and everything. Met all the coaches and everything. I was impressed, you know, and to hear this happen is kind of a sad thing to happen. I mean, we'll get all the facts pretty soon, and, you know, I'm trying to find out myself, but, you know, it puts a little stain on the program, but, you know, it's Michigan. And we'll find a way to overcome this. And, you know, interim coach will be Biff, and hopefully we'll find a way to beat University of Texas in a bowl game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, he's only 39 years of age. He's got a long life ahead of him. He's going to have to learn from this. But because there's cause, man, he's going to have to say goodbye to $12.3 million, man. That's devastating.
Yes, that is. That's an ouch. You know, it's an ouch in a lot of different ways. And, you know, it's a shame. I'm looking forward to hearing the whole story. And, you know, it's not a good thing, you know, for Michigan people today. And we'll find a way to move on.
Gerald, I know you haven't had a lot of time to digest this, but do you go after an established head coach? Do you go after a hot defensive, offensive coordinator? What do you think Michigan should do here?
Well, I think they were going to have to address some issues in this offseason, you know, when the season ended anyway, because the pass game has to progress to, you know, the elite teams, you know, that are out there. You know, obviously Indiana University, he's done a great job there, you know, but that's where they're lacking. They recruited a great, phenomenal quarterback, you know, who's learning to play but, you know, Sharon, you know, he does a great job of the run game, but, you know, something in the pass game and progressing. And I think next year they're hoping that, they could do a little bit more with this guy. But I think the system itself, you know, was going to have to progress to a little more wide openness in the pass game. Because he does know how to run the ball no matter what. Hell, they beat Ohio State with not a quarterback in the parking lot a year ago. So I think something was going to happen either way from that standpoint. So I think whoever ends up being the guy, and with this late date, you know, just like some of these other schools in Penn State and so forth, the people are limited. You know, who are they going to get from that standpoint? So it's going to be an interesting situation.
Gerald Ingram, our guest. I'm Rick Ballou, broadcasting live from Twin Peaks, Atlantic and Kernan. All right, 2 games in a row now. The Jags have won 4 straight, we know. But the last 2 games, they've pulled ahead and never looked back, somewhat different from the way that they have won most of their games with Liam Cohen. What have you made about the fact that they've taken on inferior football teams but have given them their best and for the most part, made them laughers in the second half?
Well, I think it's, when we looked at the schedule early, we knew we were going to have a tough schedule early, and the team was going to have to learn under a first-year head coach new players. The acquisition of certain players on this team has really made a difference. But to watch our quarterback grow before our eyes, it's much needed right now in the month of December. And this is why you hired the guy. You hired the guy, because you spent a lot of money on this quarterback to progress. He's either in or he's going to be out. So, you hired a person who had the right demeanor, who was very smart and intelligent and thought he could make a difference in him. And that was the question mark up until the last few games, for the most part. Is he going to be the guy that elevates, this team in some way and offensively? Because we've seen where we've been able to run the ball, but, we want to be able to see that the development of the quarterback being able to win the games, win in December, win in January, and have a potential of winning the Super Bowl. And we're seeing him progress, and that's exactly, Liam's done a great job. Baselli and all of them really have. So we're on the mark right now, so we're excited.
Yeah, and, it's another clean game for him. But, boy, man, he made some passes. That one across his body as he was going, to his left where he hit Tim Patrick, and the touchdown pass to Jacoby Myers.
Yes.
I mean, he made some passes on Sunday, Gerald, that, again, only a few people in the world can make.
He has shown those flashes, but the thing of him was being able to put it all together, but really was, the vertical game and find the right matchups and man coverage. He could have thrown the angle route to ETN, but he saw the matchup and he threw the deeper ball. That's what we wanted to see, and that's what I see. When he says rip, to me, that's aggressiveness. The seam ball thrown to BTJ, that's what we're looking for. Guy's going to get chunks. He sees the better, the win. We've been waiting for this now. We want consistency. He's got 2 games of doing it. If he can be consistent this time of year and ascend the way this team is ascending, it just reminds me of being at the Giants in 2007 when nobody thinks you can do it, and you circle the wagons and you got everybody believing, and the magic just shows up.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And, I'm trying to remember, it was either our last conversation or it was 2 conversations ago. We were talking about the problems with the offensive line and making some changes. And ever since then, Cole Van Lanen's played 4 of the 5 spots. Another really good effort at left tackle on Sunday. Gerald, how do you keep him out of your starting 5?
I don't know how you do it, to be honest. It's kind of like, in my mind, you go with the hot hand. That's how I used to play the 3 running backs. Whoever would get the hot hand, we were alternating this and that. But from an offensive line standpoint, you're not going to alternate. But if, why change it? Yeah. He's earned the right, and by being able to play multiple positions, and to me, he's earned the right. Yeah, you say a starter should never lose his spot, but this guy has earned the right, having to play so many multiple positions. He stays in the game in my mind.
Yeah,
and it's great coaching right now.
I think he's a better left tackle than Walker Little. And I know Walker Little's making $15 million, but it wasn't this organization's re-signing. I'm playing Cole Van Lanen.
I think he's playing with better athleticism, want to, desire, sense of urgency, all the things that you feel safe about.
Yeah.
And when you're a play caller right now, and I think Liam's doing a great job of play calling, because he doesn't have to worry about babysitting the offensive line.
Yeah.
He feels comfortable that he can go through his calls. His quarterback has made him feel more comfortable. Myers have made our quarterback feel more comfortable. There are pieces of the puzzle that are coming together that are making differences. Now, does it look like dominating football? No, they're playing well enough to win games. And that's what's necessary in December. And if you can get the snowball rolling and get hot and be better each week, no telling what could happen.
Final thought from Gerald Ingram, our guest. You'll get Gerald right after the football game on Sunday between the visiting Jets and the Jaguars. Of course, he is a big part of the fifth quarter. Okay, you're a running backs guy, so let's wrap with this. And again, we've been so positive here the whole way. 2 weeks ago, 32 carries, 103 yards, a 3.2 average against Indy. 3 days ago, 27 carries, 70 yards, a 2.6 average against Tennessee. This offense has averaged more than 30 points a game during this 4-game win streak. However, the rushing attack has slowed. Is this a concern?
No, I don't think it's a concern. I think what we have seen is the pass game. He's throwing more than run, and that has shown. But what has really shown is the success that Trevor is having in the pass game. So he's run at times, but in this past week he changed up the type of runs. We ran some gap schemes, we ran some pit and pulls. We did some good things, and our tight end did some really good things in the run game. I think he's on mark because Trevor is his project. And it's a much-needed project because we had to get the pass game in front. But he was throwing so well in the first half, why would you change? You know what I mean? So I think it'll balance out in time because he knows that we're going to have to run the ball, and he will run more, I think, down the road. But I think he's okay right now as long as Trevor progresses.
There you have it. He is Gerald Ingram, Michigan man, of course, running backs coach here in Jacksonville for years with Tom Coughlin, won a couple of Super Bowls with the Giants as well. And you get him here quite a bit, including every Sunday after Jaguars football. He is on the fifth quarter with Leon Searcy and Hacker Nation. Gerald, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Always. I enjoy coming down there if you're buying me dinner. Yeah, you know that.
Yeah. Come on by. Yeah, we're here for another hour and change, Gerald. Thank you.
All right, good luck, buddy.
There he goes, Gerald Ingram. Good stuff. No question about it. All right, let's come back and just let me take a quick look at this. Passing attempts, 426. Rushing attempts, 382. That's a pretty good balance. 26 and 18. 44 is remarkable. How many teams in the NFL have a difference of only 44 pass attempts to rushing attempts? And Jacksonville wants to be balanced. They are pretty close to being exactly balanced. And again, appreciate Gerald Ingram for joining us. We're live from Twin Peaks. Come on out and say hello.
The Jets fly into the First Coast, and Trevor's in charge of in-flight entertainment. Who'll win the air battle at the bank? Duval's determined to keep New York grounded.
This is your captain speaking. Better fasten your seatbelt. We're expecting turbulence.
It's turbulence and touchdowns. Jaguars, Jets, Sunday at 1 on the home of the Jaguars. 1010XL. 10XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
The number 19 Virginia Cavaliers meet the Missouri Tigers in Jacksonville at the 81st TaxSlayer Gator Bowl game, Saturday, December 27th in prime time. Start your game day with the TaxSlayer tailgate party, followed by the official pregame show featuring the Navy Band Southeast. Kickoff at 7:30 on Bill Gay grounds at Everbank Stadium. Don't miss college football pageantry on display at the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Game tickets and hospitality packages on sale at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 10th, 2016, Lamar Jackson wins the 82nd Heisman Trophy Award, the youngest player to do so at 19 years old.
PRP
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hicken here. This holiday, skip the gift that gets returned. I got a better idea. Give a custom pool from Surfside Pool. It's the ultimate present. Memories, relaxation, and instant hero status. Surfside Pools handles new builds, custom designs, heating, and weekly maintenance, so you get all the credit. Warning, may cause excessive smiles and backyard envy. Save the holidays. Turn your backyard into paradise. Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Float happy, gift responsibly. License number CPC 044080.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Time's running out. The $2,000 federal tax credit on AC replacement expires December 31st. Bold City AC will help you upgrade to a qualifying energy-efficient system and give you a $1,000 cash buyback for your old unit. If your AC is old, loud, barely hanging on, replace it this month to lock in a $2,000 tax credit and an additional $1,000 buyback. Bold City Heating and Air. Free estimates, next day installs. Visit boldcityac.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Live from Twin Peaks here tonight for another hour and 8 minutes. In 8 minutes, it's John Osher. We'll get the very latest, try to find out if Trevor Lawrence nicked up that ankle today during practice, where apparently it was wrapped and he was limited. There was no mention of it during the press conference from either him, either Trevor or Liam Cohen. So I was not over there today. I listened to the Cohen, and I did not Trevor, but I read the transcript. So again, we'll dive right into that with John Osher, and that's coming up in 8 minutes. How about Pete Alfonso, man? Pete Alfonso, what did he get? $155 million over 5 years. So good news there for the former Gator. Had a very nice career with the New York Mets, but the Baltimore Orioles now spending, and put him right up there next to Boog Powell and Eddie Murray and some of the Lee May, right? Some of the great first basemen, historically speaking, with the Baltimore Orioles. All right, Max Fink's got something going on here that is absolutely out of this world. What do you have, like a 24-team parlay going that's going to pay major bucks if it comes through?
Believe it or not, it's not 24 teams. You know, you're sitting around bored in August.
Right.
Chomping at the bit, waiting for...
Sweating it out at the Miller Electric Center, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Thinking, who's going to be the surprise team this year? There could be a lot of them. So I threw together a little $5 bonus bet. Parlay down.
A $5 bonus
$5 bonus bet, so it's not even my money.
Okay. Okay. See, I don't bet.
Yeah.
As far as you know.
They give you,
Right. So they give you bonus cash.
They give you bonus cash just to play with.
Okay, good,
right?
good.
Free
good.
money.
Free money. So you might as well get a little crazy.
This is Hard Rock now?
This is Hard Rock.
They're a sponsor here of our radio station.
Yep.
All
yes.
right.
Bet responsibly.
Yep.
So I was thinking, I can't see. I'm an Eagles fan, so I can't see the Chiefs win again. So let's throw the Broncos in there.
Ooh.
Broncos are in first place.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers, probably my favorite player of all time. Let's throw the Steelers in there.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers in first place. Big win against the Ravens.
All to win the division.
All division winners.
So all these are all right. So you picked 8 divisional winners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even. I picked 6.
Oh.
I left my Eagles out. Didn't want to jinx it.
All right.
Next up, in Duval myself.
Good.
Let's pick the Jaguars.
All right, there's your third.
Big Drake May guy. So
Right.
I said, let's throw the Pats in there.
Which is shocking, how well they've played.
Exactly. But they look like maybe the best team in the NFL right now.
They really do.
And then you kind of had to bring it home with 2 homers. I went with the Rams and the Packers. So that's Broncos, Steelers, Jaguars, Patriots, Rams, Packers, all to win their division. A $5 bonus bet pays $30,276.
Are you kidding me? These 6 are... So they don't have to advance to the playoffs. They just have to win
They just
the
have
division.
to, when the Week 18 is done on that Sunday night, when it's all said and done, that they win their division.
$30 grand?
30 grand.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
So we got.
I said I'm betting again. I'm going back to it.
These last couple weeks are going to be absolutely sweaty for me.
$5 bonus.
Not even
bet.
my money. They're going to hear this and they're going to call Vegas now.
Let's look at the. We're up against it here. We'll continue this later on. The big news is obviously Trevor Lawrence, so we do want to get to John Osher. We'll get back to this in a little bit and look at your 6 divisional teams. That is incredible. A $5 bonus bet could pay more than $30,000 for Max Fink. Pretty good stuff there. Speaking of good stuff, Twin Peaks. This is what it's all about. $4.50 Dirty Blondes, $4.50 Naughty Brunettes, Twin Peaks IPAs and lights, 22 ounces, only $4.50. You can get yourself a $10 Philly cheesesteak and fries as well. Come on by. We are at Twin Peaks out here off of Atlantic and Kernan here tonight till 8.
Get in the huddle with 1010XL's QB.
All right, guys, let's make a play for 1010XL.
David Garrard joins Mike and Fat Tony on Jaguars Today. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida on 1010XL.
Awaken 180 weight loss. Awaken 180 weight loss. Hacker here for the best weight loss program that I've ever been on. You know, I hear some of my friends telling me about this medication they're on or that medication they're on or this shot they're taking. And I stop them and say, well, wait a minute. I lost over 100 pounds doing it the all-natural way with Awaken 180 weight loss. There was no medications. There was no shot once a week. There was the coaching I received from Awaken 180. There's the plan they put me on, and you see the results. Over 100 pounds of weight loss in less than a calendar year. The coaching I got was phenomenal. Not only did it help me lose the weight, it's helping me keep the weight off now that I'm in the maintenance program. Awaken 180 is the best weight loss program I've ever been on, and I tried them all. Go to awaken180weightloss.com, awaken180weightloss.com, or call 844-346-1800.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
You already know it's your main man E to the T here for Twin Peaks, home of the 29-degree draft. And with ball season here, make sure you're on the lookout for my instant reaction before, during, or after the game. All brought to you by Twin Peaks, home of the 29-degree drafts. Come on, somebody.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. I think we got to jump on this.
What's John Daly think?
I think you got to grip it and rip it. Grip it? And rip it.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets. Not a cash offer. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more. We're talking a competitive, guaranteed base salary with bonus opportunity, comprehensive paid training programs, and promotions based upon performance and top shelf benefits. It's all waiting for you. Log on to floridahomeac.com/careers. Florida Home AC, equal opportunity employer.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
In Northeast Florida, power outages are unavoidable, but losing comfort, security, and peace of mind doesn't have to be. With a Generac home standby generator from American Electrical Contractors, your power comes back on automatically the moment an outage begins. As Jacksonville's leading and one of the longest-running Generac dealers, American Electrical Contracting has the experience you deserve. Be prepared. Protect your home and family. Protect your business. Generac standby generators from American Electrical Contractors. Call 737-7770 or online at american-electrical.com.
'Tis the season for savings at Green Acres Sporting Goods. Take advantage of the Second Amendment sales tax holiday now through December 31st. Firearms, ammo, and accessories, all tax-free. Secure your holiday gifts with a Browning gun safe, and they'll deliver it right to your door. Come test shoot the newest bows by Hoyt and Matthews at Green Acres Sporting Goods at the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard.
Next time you head into a Gate convenience store, look for Form Energy Drink, designed to provide energy, hydration, and focus straight from Dana White and AB, celebrating those who embrace grit, discipline, and resilience in their everyday lives. Check out Form Energy at a Gate convenience store.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. It's time for Oh No's with Jaguars.com's John Osher. Oh No's.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Served up by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Good crowd here at Twin Peaks. College hoops, the NBA, and of course the National Hockey League. All on tap tonight. No football. That returns tomorrow night. And then Sunday, the Jaguars. Can they win their 5th in a row? Playing some outstanding football. Of course, they have won 5 out of 6. And during that 6-game winning streak, or that 6-game stretch in which they've won 5 of the 6, they're averaging 30.3 points a game. Let's bring in the senior writer at Jaguars.com. He is John Osher. John, how are you?
Hey, it's a good team, Rick. It's a good team. They really
It's
are.
a good team. And I think, for me, the best part of it is guys that they have plugged in, and the level of play, not only has it not dropped, in some places it's actually improved.
Well, I think every coach and every team always says, hey, we're going to play the best players, doesn't matter, height, weight, speed, draft, whatever. Not every team can do it and sort of find the right roles for guys as they go along. Some of it this year has been by injury, some of it's been by choice. But, it has been remarkable to me how this team has improved and found identity while reshaping the roster as they've gone along. It's happened in the defensive backfield. It's happened a little bit on the offensive line, at receiver. It's really been a remarkable sort of seeing how the franchise has been put together and what it'll look like on the fly. And I'm not sure I've ever seen it quite like this before.
And they're getting healthier outside of the news now with Trevor Lawrence and the ankle. Do you know any more on what happened with Trevor?
Yeah, I have no idea that it's very serious. So I had not really heard anything about it this week until today when the injury report came out. I don't really know if it was in game, whatever. But I don't expect it to be serious. I don't know that for sure. But sometimes you get a vibe, right? Like you heard early on last week, Parker was going to be really iffy. It was going to be tough. You heard the same thing about Dewey. You heard the same thing about Walker Little. I'm not hearing that sort of thing about Trevor, but I'm not saying that definitively. That's just sort of the vibe that I get.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well, and I mentioned it in my first hour that I was told that it was not serious. I was just trying to figure out, did it happen on Sunday or did it happen today?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Yeah, okay. How do you keep Cole Van Lanen out of this lineup, John?
I don't think you do. I mean, and I sort of stopped because if it was just us talking, that'd be my answer. I'll give you a better radio answer. I think he's going to be in the starting lineup. I expect that to be at left tackle because that's where he played last week. I don't think you take him out of that. So I don't think I kind of joke with somebody, hey, if he's so good, why hasn't he been starting all year? But he really has sort of forced his way into the starting lineup. They've got a lot of guys they like. I think he keeps playing. I think it'll be a left tackle.
And I agree. And I had that conversation with Gerald Ingram. He agrees as well. I don't want to talk about the future because right now it's so relevant. But my goodness, he's going to get starters money somewhere in the free agency market. I just wonder if he continues to play at this level, does Jacksonville re-sign him? Could he be the left tackle of the next couple of years here in Duval?
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be the left tackle. I think he's going to have a spot in the lineup over the next couple of years. I think they want to re-sign him. I think they love everything about him. I think there's guys who fit that intangibly rich. I mean, think about this. I kind of look at it from this perspective. They really like him, really playing at a high level. And he not only can start for you, but he automatically gives you depth, flexibility in the lineup. So, it's almost like paying a bunch of different players. You're paying for the starting potential and for the flexibility that he has. I think they will figure out a way to keep Cole Van Lanen as well as Jacoby Myers. I think those are the two guys that they will work really hard to get back.
John Osher's our guest. You read everything from John at Jaguars.com. Of course, he is the senior writer. All right, and I've been asked this question all week. I'm sure you're getting it as well. You look at the Jets, they're a really bad team. Both their quarterbacks are down. It looks like it's going to be Brady Cook under center. It would be very easy to look ahead. My answer has always been that I think this team is so grounded and well coached that I don't see that being an issue on Sunday. What's your opinion?
Yeah, I don't need to look ahead. One thing you always have to be wary of, sometimes teams get beat by lesser teams because it's the NFL, not necessarily because you're looking ahead, but because this really is a well-balanced league. And if a few things go wrong, if you get a turnover, if you start playing, if you get behind, it's a tough league to win in. So those kind of upsets can happen. I don't think they'll overlook anything. Yes, well coached. Also, I think this is really a team right now that is really enjoying showing people they're good. So I think they're feeding off of that. Maybe that's the respect thing or whatever. Look, the Jets they're 3-3 over their last 3 games. They scored 27 points in those 3 wins. So they have it in them to play well. I think the key this week, you got to get up early. Don't give them anything. Be up and then make them at halftime feel like, hey, it's going to be a lot to get back in this. Let's just go on home. But I think they'll be dangerous for a half because they're playing under Aaron Glenn, first-year coach. Usually first-year teams, meaning a team playing for a first-year coach, is still working really hard because that coach is going to make decisions on your future in the offseason.
Yeah, and Jacksonville's been able to do exactly that the last 2 weeks against divisional opponents with those victories. Not only is Trevor Lawrence playing a clean game and he's been more consistent, he's improving. And I know some people out there don't want to admit to it. They have their mind made up. The agenda's been set. But Trevor Lawrence has improved the last few weeks.
Yeah, you can set as many as agendas all you want. To me, in the last 3 games, really dating back to Arizona when he threw the picks, but it was the demeanor he had. He felt like he owned that game. He felt like he's owned the last couple of games. I've said this before, and I want to make sure I say it the right way. If fans who don't like Trevor Lawrence were watching the game on Sunday and he was playing in a different jersey, they would have thought he was an elite quarterback. Mm-hmm. So in the last couple of games, if you don't think Trevor's playing well, then it's Trevor Lawrence. I don't like Trevor Lawrence bias.
Right.
Now, I don't know if he's going to maintain it, but I don't think he's faked the way he's played the last 2 weeks in terms of the confidence, in terms of throwing the ball right place. He looks the part right now. I think it's sustainable because it just feels like he's getting his feet under him, has confidence in his offense. maybe I'll have egg on my face. But I think the way he's playing right now is going to get very interesting for this team because I think he's taken a step. And it feels like that. I hope he proves me right. But if you think that he's not playing well, then you're seeing it through the wrong set of glasses. I don't know how to look moving forward, but I think it's really encouraging, Rick. I really do.
Yeah, there's no doubt he's playing better ball. All right, let's wrap it up with Brian Thomas Jr. I want to go back to 2 weeks ago because they only caught 2 balls on 3 targets. But in my opinion, there was a noticeable change effort-wise, physicality, being totally involved in everything. Again, he gave him, I think, plus 50 snaps this past week and made a couple of really nice grabs, including the one-hander. Have you seen a similar effort from Brian Thomas Jr. since he came back from the ankle injury?
I think so. I don't know that I ever thought that he wasn't playing hard or like even on the play where he got hurt, he had a big play against the Raiders. I think he was getting back into it. Still, I don't know if he's going to be across the middle, go get the big physical catch guy. But if he can give you what he's given you the last couple of weeks, which is a downfield threat, 60 yards on 3 catches, I don't know that they need him to be the other guy. Jacoby Myers, Brenton Strange, Tim Patrick now, Parker Washington. If you add Brian Thomas to that, you've got 5 pass catchers who you trust.
Yeah.
That's enough. Great offensive people have always told me you need 4 guys at the quarterback trust. They've already got that. And now you can add Brian Thomas into that mix, plus with Travis Etienne. Don't look now, Rick, this offense is good.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
that's how we began. More than 30 points a game in the last 6.
But it's more than just stats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Have to have things they can rely on in quarterback trust. Now you've got a lot of things that when coordinators turn on the tape, they go, oh, we have to guard against that. That's where you start being a consistent offense when you have options. The team has options now.
Make sure you read John Osher and his staff. Just go to Jaguars.com. He's got the O-Zone, and, of course, he is the senior writer. John, I'll see you tomorrow over at the Miller Electric Center. Thank you.
Look forward to it, Rick.
There he goes. John Osher. Good stuff there. And, Brian Thomas Jr., that one route he caught over the middle, that was impressive to me. And I agree with what John said. I mean, why use him in situations where right now you don't have to, right? Because you got guys who can go over the middle. But if he begins to get that reputation, then maybe you can always run him on one of those patterns like they did last week. And, again, I was surprised when I did see it. For the Jets, not only did Justin Fields not practice today with his knee, he was inactive. Last week, Tyrod Taylor did not practice today with his groin. Again, it looks like Brady Cook is going to be the quarterback for the Jets. Garrett Wilson, with his knee, was not pulled out of the 21-day window, okay? You got to wonder if that changes tomorrow or Friday. Will they make that announcement Saturday, the way that the Jaguars have, really in the last couple of weeks? So you think of Eric Murray. You think you can go back to Brenton Strange, guys that were part of the 21-day injured reserve return window. That did not happen today. And, they're already without Sauce Gardner, who they traded to Indy for multiple first-round picks. They moved Quinnen Williams, who has been a beast in Dallas. His brother Quincy is still there, a guy that I wish Jacksonville never did cut. And then, Breece Hall, who comes in with an average of 4.4 yards a tote and 877 yards rushing on the season. With a knee injury, he did not practice today as well. Hey, if you're listening on AM 1010, that's going to switch over to Bulls High School football. Is tonight the championship? They are playing for the
state championship.
Yeah. Wish them the very best of luck. If you're listening on 1010, they're going to switch the Bulls and enjoy the game. If you want to join the remainder of our program, you can always get 92.5 FM, the app. no matter where you go, you always get us. My show is always on 92.5 FM and 92.5 FM, the app. Best of luck to Bowls. They're getting ready to get things cranked up in just a little bit. All right, we got much more to do. Live from Twin Peaks on a Wednesday night. Everyone seems to be in a really good mood, and that's the way it should be, with the Jaguars winning 5 out of their last 6 football games. Again, come on by. They got $4.50 22-ounce beers, including Dirty Blondes, Naughty Brunettes, Twin Peaks IPAs, and lights. And you can get yourself a Philly cheesesteak and fries for only $10 here at Twin Peaks.
Get the weekend feeling all day Friday.
Best feeling in the world, isn't it?
That's why we give you Pre-Game Friday.
You're going to love this.
Get the news, notes, and inside stuff you need to get ready for game day. Built by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental, with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,800 5-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design get us organized for the holidays. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and so much more. Closets by Design will design a custom storage solution for all of your spaces. Nothing says happy holidays like a home that is peaceful and clutter-free. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before year-end and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 10th, 2016, Lamar Jackson wins the 82nd Heisman Trophy Award, the youngest player to do so at 19 years old.
Ready to upgrade your home? It's Renewal by Anderson's 31-day sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. But this offer expires December 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 48th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach open 7 days a week in December.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about being a peacemaker. Friends, so often we can only want to help people who are in our inner circle. But God never had inner circles. The world was his inner circle, and he's depending on us to make a difference and to leave our mark in this life. So go out today receiving his peace and then sharing it with the world.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
I'm Frank Frangie for Ricketts Electric. Any good lineup needs power. When we needed power at the Bregan Baseball Complex and all the fields we have at Fort Family Park, we trusted Ricketts Electric. You're going to love these guys. The Ricketts family has been providing commercial and residential electric service for years. Call my friend Zach today at 904-320-5960. You can also find them on Facebook and at rickettselectric.com. Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them today at 904-320-5960.
When plumbing problems strike, don't settle for just any plumber. Make the superior choice with Superior Plumbing and Pipeline. We don't just fix leaks, we fix them right. With honesty, fair pricing, and innovative solutions that can save you thousands. From camera inspections of your pipes to trenchless pipelining that repairs cast iron pipes without tearing up your yard. We go way beyond the drip and clog at Superior Plumbing and Pipeline. No gimmicks, no upsells, just superior service every time. Make the superior choice. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law. Food for the workplace. It's a beautiful thing. It brings teams together, keeps them happy and productive. It's a great way to woo clients or celebrate wins. But if you're the one ordering all that food, it can be a lot. That's why there's Easy Cater, the easiest and most rewarding way to order food for work, with a huge variety of restaurants for any group size, plus tools to meet dietary needs and stay on budget. And with Easy Cater, you earn rewards points when you order, good for order discounts or even gift cards. For you. Go on, you've earned it. Order now at easycater.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Twin Peaks, Wednesday night, middle of the week. I can see the weekend, but I'm going to enjoy this Wednesday. And why wouldn't I? At Twin Peaks, places packed. Got some Michigan fans in here. My buddy Adam just came by, all fired up about what's going on with Sharon Moore. Odds are actually out now. Didn't take long. Well, this is a company that I don't think we're allowed to mention anymore. We can only mention Hard Rock Cafe, but I have other feelers out there. This came from another source. Kalen DeBoer is the leader in the clubhouse to grab the job at Michigan at 4-1. Kalen DeBoer. Jesse Minter, that's the guy I mentioned at the very beginning of the program. He is the current defensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers. He was Michigan's defensive coordinator back in 2022 and 2023. Of course, he went over with Jim Harbaugh in Los Angeles. Joe Brady, there's an interesting name. Joe Brady, you remember, was the architect behind that just phenomenal offense a few years ago with LSU. Jed Fish, all right. He's moved around a little bit, right? He's gone from Arizona to UW. Jeff Brom. Kenny Dillingham. All right, the odds, by the way, 4-1 for DeBoer, 5-1 for Minter, 6-1 for Brady, 7-1 for Jed Fish. Brom is 8-1. Dillingham and Lincoln Riley, 9-1. Ooh, there's a name right there. I wonder how hard it is to get out of that contract at USC. It feels like it's never really been a perfect match between Riley and Southern Cal. Brian DeBall, Dan Mullen at 10-1. Marcus Freeman.
Is John Summerall on that list?
Oh, my God. I mean, it's one thing if you were Brian Kelly and you left Notre Dame to go to LSU, but leaving Notre Dame to go to Michigan, that's a totally different world. And Marcus Freeman is a name that's being floated in the NFL. You know, I think he's just going to have to ask himself, do I want to be in South Bend or do I want to take on the National Football League? I do think he's going to get a couple of opportunities. All right, a few other notables. Dan Lanning, 14-1. Josh Heupel, Manny Diaz, 14-1. And John Gruden, 25-1. Brian Kelly, 25-1. Now, we'll be interested to see if it ever does happen again for John Gruden. If he's going to get another opportunity or if, you know, his career is set after, those emails were revealed. Okay, let's get to Trevor Lawrence today because, I've been a huge proponent of the play of Cole Van Lanen. And this goes back to really that start he made at left guard for Ezra Cleveland. Since then, he's gotten starts at right tackle, right guard, and left tackle. Trevor Lawrence earlier today was asked about Cole Van Lanen.
I think so. I mean, I think there's definitely he's played enough really good football for us. We've got a great situation right now where you've got depth at multiple positions of people that have had to play for us a lot. this shows up in multiple positions all throughout the team, right? You can point to the defensive side of that for things, receiver position. I mean, a lot of different positions that guys have been fortunate enough to, step up, play well, help lead us, to get to where we are right now. And the message in the locker room is, hey, guys, there's a lot of guys that are coming back right now. And for us to continue to go where we want to go, we got to use that as an edge. And that depth and experience that we've gotten has to be collective and having a team-first mindset about everything we do.
All right, that's Liam Cohen, obviously your head coach, not your quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. And, the whole free agency situation, I know you don't want to peek ahead because you're smack dab in the middle of this thing, and that's so great. But, I do have some downtime, and it's something that, I do certainly look at. And I'm asked a great deal about free agency. As a matter of fact, I'm looking on Twitter right now. Duval Special got to me, says, Rick, yada, 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 I love the show. I never bring up things like that if it's positive. Now, if you want to call me an ass clown, I'll probably mention that. I was just wanting to ask you, why doesn't Buster Brown get more love? That guy's been shutting him down since we traded Campbell and Hunter getting hurt. Well, they like Buster Brown. And it seems like when you talk about pending free agents, it's ETN and it's Lloyd. Those are the two huge ones, okay? You also have to take into consideration you're going to have to get the Trayvon Walker deal done. And you just look at these enormous contracts that are happening. Walker's a different style of player. Just look at what he did on 4th and 1 on Sunday against Jonathan Taylor. He is a complete defensive end. If you were caught up in the sack game and sacks only, and I hear it both ways. I mean, before Josh Allen had 5 consecutive games with a sack, people were saying he's a bust, not living up to the contract. And living up to the contract is a different story. I've alluded to that as well. I don't know if anyone's ever going to live up to the contract. Who has signed a second contract around here who's lived up to it? Right? I mean, Walker Little, Trevor Lawrence, Josh Hines Allen, Tyson Campbell. Just ask yourself that question. Now, in the case of obviously Lawrence and Allen, there's still plenty of time, and you hope that changes. But I think ETN goes, and I say this often because I just don't think the position is valued. It's not on him. It's the fact that he'll be getting ready for his 6th year. He's had a significant injury, and they have young backs that they like. I try to bring back Lloyd. But all of a sudden, coming into this is Jacoby Myers, Buster Brown, and Cole Van Lannon. And all the things that are said about what this team is looking for, high character guys who love football, guys who are intangibly rich, applies to those players. So I don't think Brown's number 1. If I was to create a list, I think it begins with Devin Lloyd, and then I think it's Myers and Van Lannon. To me, that would be 2 and 3 as far as free agents that they are going to re-sign. Then it's Buster Brown. And, sometimes you think, well, maybe you can get him on the cheap. Hell no. You're not going to get him on the cheap. Their agent is going to grind out, try to do whatever he can to get them the best possible contract. So we'll see. And I'll try to leave it at that and focus more on, the game coming up this weekend. It's just, it's hard to present a case for the Jets. I mean, Jacksonville has scored, as we have mentioned now, 25-plus points in 10 games this year. They're averaging 30.3 points during this 6-game stretch in which they're 5-1. Defensively, they've only allowed 52 points in their last 4 games. And 7 of those points were garbage points, where backups were in. I know you can't cook the books. The numbers are the numbers. But they've allowed 13 points a game during this 4-game win streak. You have the number 1 rushing defense in the NFL. The Jets, arguably their best player, Breece Hall, did not practice today. The Jets, by the way, have the worst passing offense in the NFL. They average 146.5 yards a game, and they're down their top two quarterbacks. It's going to be so. It's hard. It almost, I hate to say it, but it almost feels like, this is early September and it's a blue blood. It's a Florida State. Did Ballou just call Florida State a blue blood after they've gone 5-17 in the last 2 years? But it is. It's like Florida State, Florida, Miami, or Georgia opening up with a directional school. That's the way I kind of look at this game between the Jaguars and the Jets. And I will credit John Osher. He made an accurate point. Sometimes you get big upsets in the NFL or things like because it's the NFL and they're still professionals. But I'm having a tough time here. Really trying to I'm glad it's not my responsibility to get people excited about this game. And maybe excited is the wrong word because you are excited, but you're expecting, to kick their ass. Next week will be totally different. Last week was not knowing that they were going to have the injury there with Danny Dimes. But this one's kind of tough, I'll be honest with you, with the New York Jets. All right, we got much more to do with you tonight till 8 o'clock. Hacker Nation will take over at 8. Back in the studio tomorrow and Friday, 6 until 8 o'clock. We are live from Twin Peaks. Again, we're here for another 30 minutes.
Take Jacksonville with you.
There's no place like home.
Listen to 1010XL away from home.
Oh, but anyway, Toto, we're home. Home.
Download the 1010XL and XL 92.5 FM apps for free on Apple and Android devices.
Hey, folks, it's Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter, Amber, and she's been telling you how much weight she's dropped with Awaken 180. It's hard to believe. Even in football season, even when she hangs out with her friends, and even when she tailgates and does all that stuff, she's still losing weight. You can even drink alcohol. Can you believe that? Well, Awaken 180 shows you how to swap calories, not flavor. You have to be disciplined, but they make it easy. Amber and I talk about this all the time. She can't believe how easy it is, and she's so excited about it. But what I will tell you is it's really working. I see how excited she is. I see the look on her face. I see how her self-esteem has changed and her confidence. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened with my daughter, and it means that much to me. Now, Awaken 180 programs are reimbursable with your HSA or FSA, and those HSA dollars expire December 31st. Don't leave money on the table. Call Awaken 180 today and kickstart your transformation before the new year. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or go to awaken180weightloss.com.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-691-9999. That's 800-691-9999.
Advanced window tinting for your home, business, or vehicle using 3M Sun Control window film lowers cost, heat, glare, privacy, and security. 10% off if you mention this. Holiday gift cards available. Advanced window tinting, 262-9919.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville trusts. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, GarageDoor911.com.
Businesses invite you into their store to spend money so they can make a profit. This means that under the law, they have a duty to maintain a safe premises.
Whether it's a leak on the floor, bad lighting, an item falling off a shelf, or if you're attacked on the premises, it doesn't matter.
Stores have a legal duty to keep you safe on their property.
Our responsibility at Farrah & Farrah is to protect you when they don't.
Jacksonville.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, a lot of big news happening in the world of athletics today. Pete Alonso, congratulations, $155 million over the next 5 years for the Baltimore Orioles. Someone didn't like my comparison a little bit earlier when I mentioned Boog Powell and Lee May as great first baseman. He should have kept it strictly with Eddie Murray. And I disagree. I'm a huge Eddie Murray fan. One of the greatest switch hitters of all time as well, Eddie Murray. But that's where Alonso is going to play first base for the Baltimore Orioles. All right, the Jaguars are getting healthier. The only blemish would be Trevor Lawrence, an ankle, limited today. And again, we don't know when this happened. He spoke earlier. Cohen spoke earlier. Neither one of the two was asked because there was no knowledge. Even John Oster was just showing me, who's full-time over there at the Miller Electric Center. We don't know at this current time if this happened today during practice or if it happened during the game on Sunday. Possibly we could find this out tomorrow from Grant Udinski. I think he's a little bit more savvy, that maybe he'll work his way around that answer. Okay, and maybe we'll find out Friday when we hear from Liam Cohen. I don't know. Maybe Udinski will spill the beans. We'll see. That'll be on Thursday. We'll have a lot of good interviews coming up on Thursday. No question about it. But that is the very latest there. All right. I'm looking online here. And I apologize. I'm not nearly as active on the text line when I'm on a live show or remote as I am back in the studio. I don't know. It's just the friendly confines or whatever it may be. But here's the guy I was talking about, someone who's from North Attleboro, who, of course, that's where Aaron Hernandez committed the most obvious homicide in the history of mankind. I mean, he probably should have just shot him and walked right into the police station and given up. It was that obvious. But he asked me if I had ever been to Boston's Combat Zone. And the answer to that question is yes, with a fake ID back in the mid-'80s. Now, it was partially closed, and the Combat Zone was a very short area anyway. My best description of that would be if you ever watched The Wire. I think The Wire stole it right from the Combat Zone. It was just a couple of blocks, and what Boston tried to do was put all of the minutia in the red light district in one small area, and they would hope it would keep the crime out from other parts of the city. The problem became this. It became a huge tourist trap, and as well, the locals wanted to go to the Combat Zone because no matter what it was that you wanted, whether it was drugs, a lady of the night, a handgun, you could get it there. And it all changed when a Harvard football player was knifed and killed They've now shut that down. I walked through it this past year when I went back from my dad's funeral, and it's nice development now and what have you. But, yeah, I drove through the old combat zone many, many times growing up, but I actually only went through the doors into one of those sin bins once in my life with a very good fake ID when I was 18 years of age. Dylan Denmark, you got yourself a good story as well. I don't know if you can top that, but go ahead.
Yeah, so, you were asking yesterday what it's like for the national media to cover the Jaguars and give us your analogy. We had some fun with it yesterday. We gave some tickets away. Somebody, said it's like Rosie O'Donnell wearing a bikini at Jack's Beach.
Oh, yeah.
For the national media to cover the Jaguars. It's a waste of time for them.
Winner. That was great.
Yeah, it was awesome. So they get a pair of tickets. So, this morning.
Not only that, I'm going to find them and buy them $22 beers a piece, man. I'm coming after them. That was the greatest tweet of all time.
Absolutely. So this morning, I'm doing Jaguars Day. I'm doing, I'm just doing my show, whatever. Just to get it. And I'm in a group text with 15 different people for a wedding that I'm going to be in, or not going to be in, I'm going to be at in Key West on Memorial Day weekend. Okay, so we've already planned an Airbnb to be down there for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. They're like, you need money, Venmo me, whatever. Cool. Get a text this morning. This happened, 3 months ago, whatever. Get a text this morning. Hey, guys, quick update on the Airbnb for those who haven't been updated. Bad news, our super dope Airbnb turned out to be a scam.
Oh, really?
But the good news, we got our money back, and I've booked us another super dope Airbnb.
Oh, my God.
So I'm like, why can't we just be normal?
No.
Why can't we just, get a hotel and be done? But, yeah, that was my morning.
It's going to be hot, Key West, that time of year. I haven't been to Key West in a couple of years, but I love Key. I just love the Keys. That's going to be a blast. And we said at Memorial Day?
That weekend. I think it's that Saturday.
That is going to be spectacular. All right, hey, before we bounce out, I want to go back to Max Fink. I want to go back to if you have not heard, Max Fink, he is entering status, financially speaking, President Donald Trump, of Warren Buffett, of Shad Khan, okay?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk, for crying out loud. Once again, you put a $5 bonus bet, so it wasn't even your bet. It was a $5 bonus bet.
Correct.
And you picked these 6 teams to win the division.
Denver Broncos.
Yep.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right.
New England Patriots. Los Angeles Rams. And the Green Bay Packers.
All right, let's look at this. New England has a 2-game lead over Buffalo, and they play Buffalo.
They play Buffalo this Sunday, so
this
that's
weekend.
A huge one. At 1
Pittsburgh has a 1-game lead over Baltimore. I'm not aware of Pittsburgh's schedule. I'm sure you are, since you got $32,000
on Monday night.
Okay. Where's that game?
In Miami, I believe.
Yeah, that's
which is not a given.
Not at all.
No.
I think Jacksonville shows up and they win 3 games. The one at Denver is going to be very difficult, no doubt. But Houston 1 game out with 4 to go, and they got Arizona this week.
Exactly. They scare. We were talking at the break. They might be the team that scares me the most.
Mm-hmm. You have Denver. They have a 2-game lead with 4 to go.
Yep.
Boy, that's going to be tough.
That's going to be tough because they kind of it's counterintuitive.
Yeah, you need Jacksonville this weekend certainly to get to that 10th win.
For sure.
You need Houston to lose. You're going to
sure.
probably have to pick. You're going to have to pick Jacksonville over Denver. There could be a scenario where maybe you would pick Denver over Jacksonville, but I don't think that is going to apply.
Definitely going to be Jacksonville over Denver that weekend.
All right, and then in the NFC, you have Green Bay and Los Angeles. So Green Bay, a half-game lead.
Yep.
Over the Bears.
Yep.
How are those future schedules?
So that they play each other Week 18.
Wow.
And so does Los Angeles plays Seattle Week 18, also probably for the division. So Week 18 could be the sweatiest week of my entire life.
L.A. and Seattle tied right now at 10-3. That's the only division in the National Football League that has 2 double-digit win clubs. This is freaking remarkable, man.
I knew I placed it. I kind of forgot about it most of the season, and I'm going through no bets hitting, and then probably around week 8 I'm like, this might have a chance down the stretch. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. And I'm looking, and last Sunday was the first day that I actually looked at it and was like, I need the Steelers to win, I need the Jaguars to win, and I need the Packers to win. If those three teams win today, this is alive. And sure enough, the Steelers game, that was a close one. Steelers pulled it out.
Oh, yeah.
Jaguars was,
pretty easy.
In your bet history, how long did you have to scroll with all the bets you have before you started to realize, oh, I have this one that's pretty good?
It's at the top. It's my – so when I have no current bets placed, it's the last futures bet that I placed a couple college football conference winners and a couple like over-under, but nothing crazy, just kind of messing around. So that's the final one that I placed, and it's the only conference futures that I placed.
Jeez.
And wow. It's going to be a ride. So, there's still a lot of time to go.
Oh, there's no doubt.
It's nowhere near a given yet, but it's got a chance. So we'll put it out there.
If they try to get you to hedge your bet, if they offered you,
it's a bonus bet, so they don't give you a cash out option. Oh. So if it was my own money, they would give me that cash out option.
There's websites where you can sell your bet for like a lot of money.
Sell my $5 bonus.
All right, we got to head to a break. But if they offered you $10,000 right now, would you take it?
I want to let it ride. It's a free bet.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah,
Max Fink, ladies and gentlemen, just running it. Just running everything.
Let's let it ride.
On a $5 bonus bet. That's insane. Best of luck to you. Keep us updated.
Yes, sir.
On that. Great stuff. All right, final thoughts coming up here live from Twin Peaks on this Wednesday. This is the home of the Jags, 92.5 FM. Ballou here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Hey, this is Tom McManus. If you get injured out there, there's only one number to call. Pound Law, that's all. Slip and fall, car wreck, wrongful death. It doesn't matter. Morgan & Morgan handles it all. They're the largest in the country. 100 offices, over 1,000 attorneys. $20 billion recovered for 500,000 clients. That's the kind of team I want. If you get hurt from someone else's wrongdoing, check out Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Hosting the family holiday dinner can be a beautiful experience until your kitchen sink backs up before you've even served dinner.
Who tried to wash cookie dough down the drain?
We were making cookies for Santa and the reindeer. The reindeer like chocolate chip, too.
Great. Now we need a plumber and a new garbage disposal.
Superior Plumbing and Pipelining is no stranger to holiday plumbing problems. Don't let plumbing problems disrupt your holiday dinner. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining has you covered this holiday season. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
You like winning? This is former Jaguar linebacker Tom McManus, and I'm excited to introduce you to J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling of Greater Jacksonville. If you're a property manager, contractor, builder, realtor, or homeowner, get that feeling of success with less stress. I've used them. My friends have used them. So get your free junk removal and hauling estimate today. Now, I call that a win. Veteran-owned and operated J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Call 506-1256. We haul it all.
Give a unique gift this holiday season with a custom-made candle or body care product from Wick, a candle bar. Make your own product in the store with over 90 fragrances at Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate
tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.com.
Hey folks, Ronnie here with Brandon Roofing. If your roof's got more leaks than your Uncle Jerry after too much eggnog, we've got you covered. Whether you need a quick repair or a full roof replacement, our team works faster than you sneaking out of your in-laws' holiday dinner at Christmas. Give yourself the gift of a roof that actually listens when you say stay together. From our family at Brandon Roofing to yours, have a Merry Christmas, even if you're spending it hiding in the garage. Visit us at brandonroofing.com. That's BRANNAN.
Jacksonville, you voted, and Baker Glass came out on top. The Bold City Best Awards are all about locals choosing their favorites, and you picked them for Best Auto Glass and Best Glass and Mirror Service.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, final moments from Twin Peaks. I did get this one that came in from 7971. It says, Rick, are you drinking Kool-Aid or listening to 1010 all day with rose-colored glasses? I like Liam, but you guys got to stop playing grab ass. Mark my words, Trevor will be gone in 3 years and will not get another contract in Jacksonville. You guys are gushing over 17 for 30 with no pass rush and some incredible catches. This will be the 6th week we have played a backup. I hope we are real. Thanks. Good show as always. That is Brian. Brian, I'm always honest about Trevor Lawrence. I was the only knucklehead in town who said don't sign him to a long-term contract extension. I've talked about waning over the years where my confidence level was just a smidge over 50%. I did say that he is improving. He's played better football as of late. Brian, you sound like to me that you have an agenda. Let's bring in Hacker Nation and his show, Hacker After Dark.
Yeah, that's Jaguar PTSD is what that is. And there's a lot of people that are guilty of it. Some Jaguar, and I don't know if Brian's a Jaguar fan or not. I would tend to doubt it based on that text. But there are some Jaguar fans that just like to feel miserable. They've been beaten over the head so much by this organization over the last 15 years that literally they feel better when they have something to complain about. And if that makes you feel better, Brian, the more power to you. We'll enjoy 9-4. And you can worry about whatever it is you're worrying about.
Listen, complaining is my second favorite thing to do. My favorite is to pout. I love to pout, but outside of that, complaining. But being miserable is not part of it, man. I mean, I just can't go through life being miserable. I do whatever it takes to not think about Florida State. But, yeah, I mean, Jaguar fans are deep into this incredible run where they've won 5 of 6, averaging more than 30 points a game. And some people out there, as you nailed it, they just don't like it.
I mean, at the end of the day, the Jaguars have been around for over 30 years as a franchise. This is the 4th time that they have started with 9 wins in their first 13 games. Wow. 9 or more wins. 4 times in 30-plus years. If you're not enjoying this, and if you're worried about Trevor Lawrence being here in 3 years or beating this team because of a backup or that team because of a backup, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah. All right. Hey, a lot happening. The Sharon Moore deal, Pete Alonso got a big deal today for the Baltimore Orioles. So, and, of course, the latest with the Jags. So what do you got coming up?
Yeah, I was down in the Jaguar locker room earlier today, went one-on-one with Jordan Lewis and Dennis Gardeck. We will play both of those conversations tonight here on Hacker After Dark. Also, JP Shadrick, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars Radio. As the Jaguars-Jets, Sunday at 1 o'clock. That'll be a main topic of conversation tonight with you till 10 o'clock, Rick, right here on Hacker After Dark.
All right, Hacker, have a fun show. I'll see you back over there tomorrow.
Thanks, Rick.
All right, he's Hacker Nation. He's coming up right now. They call it Hacker After Dark. I want to thank everyone here for the tremendous hospitality at Twin Peaks. It's always a fun. fun time, that is. So thank you to the Twin Peaks folks. Thank you to Gerald Ingram. Thank you to John Osher. Max Fink, our engineer. Dylan Denmark is our producer. Bowles is on 1010. Hacker Nation is on 92.5 FM. Let me remind you, download the 92.5 FM app. You can take it with you no matter where you go. It's always up and running. And Into the Night is always on 92.5 FM as well. That'll do it. Looking forward to tomorrow. We'll be with you at 6 o'clock Thursday back in our studios. I'll talk to you then.